All right, let's get right into it. We're looking at a global economy that's, well, hitting the brakes. And according to a new analysis from Nordic Outlook, the reason boils down to two simple but powerful words: tariffs and uncertainty.
And dramatic might just be the understatement of the year. The report opens with this line, and it really sets the tone. You know, everyone expected an aggressive start, but the analysis suggests the reality of it all caught even the experts off guard.
And this gets to the heart of our first big idea. The problem, as the report lays it out, isn't just a specific tariff or a single new rule. It's the feeling of confusion, this cloud of unpredictability that's now hanging over the entire global economy.
Yeah, and this isn't just about boring spreadsheets or economic models. This uncertainty is actually changing how people behave. Businesses are getting nervous about making big investments. Households are thinking twice before spending. It's like a psychological brake is being slammed on the world's economic engine.
So to really get a handle on this uncertainty, we've got to look at where it's coming from. And that's the new U.S. trade policy, which the report basically calls a tariff war. So what exactly are the new rules of the game here?
Well, for starters, there's this really broad stroke move, a 10% base tariff that applies to almost everyone. This is a huge shift. It creates a new cost for an enormous amount of global trade pretty much overnight. But believe me, that's just the starting point.
And then there's this, a massive 145% tariff aimed squarely at China. Just look at that number. It shows you how targeted and, frankly, how severe this new policy can get. We're talking way, way beyond that 10% baseline.
So you're probably asking, why? Right? What's the end game for a policy this aggressive? Well, as it turns out, it's not really about just one thing.
The report describes these tariffs as a kind of Swiss Army knife, a multi-tool. The idea is to use them to tackle everything from migration and trade imbalances to boosting government income, bringing factories back to the U.S., and making sure the country can produce its own strategically important goods. It's trying to do it all at once.
So, with a policy this complex now in play, what are the actual effects? Well, the report then starts tracing the consequences, these ripple effects, as they spread out across the entire globe.
And the first casualty is global trade itself. Both trade and just general demand for stuff are taking a serious hit. You've got fewer ships moving cargo because businesses and people are simply buying less. And because of that, economists everywhere are having to lower their expectations for global growth.
And here are the cold, hard numbers. You can see world growth is expected to slow down to 2.8% in 2025. But here's the real kicker. Look who gets hit the hardest. The forecast for U.S. growth gets cut by more than half, dropping all the way to 1.1%. And China, while still growing,